Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 56 is Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the 13. 13. Clock.
Garoppolo now. First down throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo now. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
11. 21. Here we go. 56 to Mike, boy. 56.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
here we go.
Never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Got it. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check Mike.
Wilson to throw again. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Seattle. 61 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye.
Mike 54. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Wait. 52 to the mic. Hey. Sponge.
Here's Penny. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
First down, San Francisco.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
54 miles. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. 31 yards on the punt there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Three receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. He'll let this go from... And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Rip left. Rip left.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
This is intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. I know he ain't got it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got a man, complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Four down. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Here we go. Mike, check 33.
From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
You ain't going nowhere. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 54. Check.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 30 yards.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Hey, defense, let's
65, 65. Two! Topper!
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Garoppolo again. This is Coleman with a grab. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Garoppolo rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
12, fellas, here we go.
57's the mic, rock 57.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, Haywood.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's bring it.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Go on, D. Kill.
I got this. Go ahead.
They'll try with McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Orbit. Mike 5-4.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch 54. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got room.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go. 180.
56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taeman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 85 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
I know what the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Crunch time, defense.
Say hot.
Mike, 55.
Say hot.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
3rd and 15.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6. 44-yard line.
Watch my board. All day, just like that. Just like that.
From the 44, Wilson. And he finds Penny. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. A little juke. 27 yards there, a first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Wild Bill. Slam.
12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
54 Mike. Watch the pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
First down and
10. Here we go. 180.
54.
We own them.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Coleman now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look. 52.
They go play action with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Penny, a first down carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 49ers 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now Rashad Penny, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset, and let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
21.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the 17, Garoppolo. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They're running it.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
54. Drop deep.
Here's Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
26 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the 49ers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.